YouTube? How y'all doing out there? It is January 20th, 2012, 9:50 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. Before we begin here, I'd like to apologize if I start coughing. I got some pneumonia, so if I start coughing, sorry. Okay, I'm going to talk about something here in a minute that I think is pretty important, but before we begin, I'm going to give you a little bit of my background so that while you're watching the video, you're not going to go, who is this guy and who does he think he is? Like, you know, try to tell me how to drive in the winter. Okay, so a little about me. For 13 years, I drove long-haul truck, Class 1. Which is the highest license you can get. Okay, in other words, I drove one of those trucks that's coming up behind me. Okay, I drove a big truck long haul. Okay, I drove for 13 years. I got over 1 million miles with no at-fault accidents and no tickets. So in other words, I drove a long damn distance. I drove a really long distance. Okay, I got no accidents, I got no tickets, my license is spotless. Okay, so that's a little bit about my background before we get into the main part of the video, just to let you know who I am. Okay, oh, by the way, I forgot my introduction. Hey guys, it's John Big Bear 142. Okay, before I started working at Greyhound in the Parcel Express office, like I said, I drove a long haul truck. I drove for 13 years with a license. Okay, yeah, with. Reason why I say with a license is I grew up in the trucking industry, as my father, before me, was a long haul driver as well. Okay. He drove, Christ, almost 40 years. He has over 4 million miles with no at-fault accidents and no tickets as well. Okay. Growing up, you know, during the summertime after school, you know, school's out, I'd be on the highway with him. So I learned to drive from him when I was a kid. Turned 18. Got my Class 1, actually in BC it's 19, sorry. Turned 19, I got my Class 1. And I hit the road when I was 19. So, I drove for 13 years total with a Class 1 license. No at-fault accidents, no tickets, over 1 million miles. So, now we'll begin with the main part of the video. I want to talk to you all about something that I take very seriously. And that's driving, especially safe driving. Now, as you can see, we got hit by snow. I mean, we really got hit. I think sitting on my railing at home, I have about 8 inches of snow. And that's, you know, that's a fair amount for the Okanagan Valley, especially down in the valley. Not to mention the fact that the temperatures have been way below normal. You know, like we're used to like -5, -6, you know. Yeah, -10, you know, most, okay. Yeah, we've been hitting -20, -30 last couple of days. So, I'm going to talk to you guys, like I said, about safe driving, especially in wintertime. Now, a lot of you people out there seem to think that because you got a 4x4, you got front wheel drive, or, you know, something like that, you're immune to road conditions, and it doesn't matter. You can do whatever the hell you want. Wrong. I've noticed in 13 years of driving, more 4x4s and front wheel drive vehicles off in the ditch than I have seen two-wheel pickups and rear-wheel drive vehicles. Reason is those people realize, like, hey, the roads are bad, we need to slow down. Not speed up, slow down. You can't drive like ignoramuses. Not quite sure what the word means, but yeah, ignoramuses I think fits. Or idiots, or, you know, whatever. Okay, I got a 4-wheel drive. Okay, speed limit is 80. I am driving to conditions. I'm not doing whatever the hell I want. I'm driving to conditions. Speed limit's 80. I'm doing about 70, 75. Okay? Roads are clear. Icy, but they're a little clear. You know, little icy in spots, but they're, you know, mostly clear. Okay, so I'm just taking my time. You know, leaving lots of room between me and the vehicle in front of me. Okay. This way, you know, if something happened, I got time to slow down. Now, the standard rule when the roads are bare and dry, and the sun is shining, and the grass is green, and the pavement is warm, you leave 2 to 3 car lengths. Okay. Winter road conditions, double it, even triple it if you want to. If you don't feel safe doubling it, triple it. I'm serious. Okay? I have seen more body bags due to bad weather conditions and idiots out there on the road not knowing how to drive in the snow than I care to remember. And some of them body bags have belonged to 4, 5, and 6-year-olds, even babies. Okay? I don't want to see any more body bags, people. Okay? It's, you know, not something I like to remember. It's not something I like to dream about either. So, do me a favor. Do the car in front of you a favor. Do the car behind you a favor. Do all the cars around you a favor. Do your family a favor, especially your family, and slow down during winter driving during the winter season. Slow down, take it easy, relax. Okay? Don't get all, you know, in a hurry and acting like an idiot because the person in front of you is doing, say, you know, like I was doing, like 70, 75, and an 80. They're driving to winter conditions, what they figure is safe. Don't be doing 80, 90, 100 in an 80 zone when the roads are the pits. Okay? Just, you know, like I said, slow down, take it easy, leave a little more room between you and the vehicle in front of you. And remember, use good winter tires as well. Those will help. They won't keep you out of the ditch, but they will help. You're not guaranteed to, you know, stay out of the ditch or not go spinning around if you're being an idiot because you got winter tires. But if you're driving safely, it will help. Now, for those of you who are new to driving and you have rear drive vehicles, okay, in other words, your drive axle is behind you, not in front of you. If your back end starts sliding, okay, so, you know, so your back end starts sliding this way to the left, steer to the left just a little bit, let off the fuel, steer into the skid a little bit, and you'll be fine. Don't oversteer though. If you oversteer, you're going to be in a world of hurt. Same thing if you're at back end. Almost slipped. If your back end starts sliding to the right, steer to the right. Don't overcorrect it, just a little bit, just a touch. Okay? Let off the fuel, steer a little bit to the right, and you'll regain control. And like I said, do not overcorrect, because if you overcorrect, you will be in a world of hurt. You'll start doing donuts. And that's when accidents happen. Rollovers, ditchings, smacking something, hitting a pole, hitting a car. You know, something's going to happen. Guaranteed. Okay? Now, pickups are the worst for this because the back end of a pickup is really light. I mean, really light because there's no weight back there. So if you can, grab a couple 50-pound hay bales or a couple of big truck tires or something, sandbags, you know, anything. Just give you a little more weight in the back end, especially if you got a pickup. If you got a car, you know, throw a couple of sandbags in the back end and you're good to go. In the trunk and you're good to go. Especially, you know, put them behind the wheel well. Okay? Put the sandbags behind the wheel well. That way it adds more weight to your drive axles and less weight to your front. Okay? Now, I got 500 pounds of sandbags in the back of this thing. I'm serious, I got 500 pounds of sandbags in the back of this thing. 50-pound sandbags at 10 sandbags at 50 pounds a bag, 500 pounds. Okay, and all of them are sitting behind the wheel well. In other words, right up against the tailgate, which adds more weight to my rear end and less weight to the front axle. Okay, which gives me a little bit better traction, which helps in the ice and the snow. Okay? Now, see, I'm being passed here by people. I don't know if you're paying attention. I'm being passed here by people that are doing 70 and 80 in a 60 zone. Now we're coming into a 50 and I'm slowing down even more. I was doing 50 and a 60. Now I'm going to be doing about 40, 45 and a 50. The road conditions are not that good. Cold out, it's snowing lightly, but it's snowing. Road conditions at the pits, although the plow trucks and the sanders have been out doing their thing. Problem is there's not enough of them to completely clear the road. You know, they can't do that. You know, there's not enough of them, not enough of them out there, and they don't have enough time. Okay, you know, they are doing the job that they, you know, bet as good a job as they can do. Excuse the coughing, guys. Got a touch of a cold here. Just getting over touch of pneumonia. So, if you see a plow truck, get out of his way. If you see a sander, get out of his way. Let him do his job. Okay? If you see a plow truck or a sander, plow truck or a sand truck, sand and salt truck, whatever, going down the road, stay behind him, because he's dropping fresh salt and sand. Plus, he's plowing the load. Plowing the road in front of you, which means you got better traction, which means it's easier for you to drive. Okay, so just let them do their thing. Stay out of their way. You know, if you happen to go by them, give them a honk on the horn and a wave. Say thanks. You know, they're doing a thankless job, so, you know, just thank them. You know, say hi. You know, say, you know, wave at them. Say thanks. Okay. Just be nice, especially during the winter season, people. Be nice to your fellow driver, to the fellow commuters out there. Tires. This video. Okay. So wintertime, okay, a lot of people seem to think they can get away with just, you know, regular everyday tires or all seasons. This is a falsehood. You can't get away with just regular everyday tires or all seasons. It's wintertime. You should have winter tires. Okay, by winter tires I mean they should have the little picture on the side of on the wheel wall, okay, tire wall, a little picture of a little mountain with a snowflake in it. Okay, those are snow tires. Okay, to drive in the snow you need snow tires. I see people driving around with all seasons or just regular everyday tires. They don't seem to realize that they're not going to have as good a traction. Excuse me. As good traction as you would with snows. Okay. Now, if you go back into my previous videos, take a look at the tires I got on my truck, you will notice that I have snow tires. I don't know if I've ever actually shown the little mountain with a snowflake in it, but it's there. Okay, the tires I have on my truck are snow tires, and they're going to be on my truck all year round. I'm not taking them off. Okay, my tires are 235 75 R15s on off-road light truck tires, snowflake rated. So, you know, they're good, you know, all year round on off-road, you know, sunshine or snow, doesn't matter, they're good. Okay, second thing is brakes. Make sure your brakes, you have a good set of brakes on your truck, because the last thing you want when you're driving in the snow is to have a bad set of brakes to go with your bad set of tires, or a bad set of brakes to go with your good set of tires. Either way, just make sure you got good brakes and good tires. If you can, you're not, you know, sure like how, go find yourself an empty parking lot and deliberately bust your rear end loose on your vehicle. Okay, and practice that way. But don't deliberately do donuts. That's a no-no. If the cops, you know, show up and ask you what you're doing, just tell them you're practicing your winter driving, and you want to make sure that you don't, you know, you're not overcorrecting whatnot on your driving, on your steering. Okay. Because of people not knowing how to drive, I have seen a few body bags too many, and a couple of those body bags belong to little kids. I'm talking 5 and 6 year olds. Not a good thing to wake up in the night with remembering. Okay, it's not a good thing. Okay, so please be careful. Be careful for me. Be careful for the people around you in the other vehicles. Be careful for your family. You know, they want you home alive. Okay? So, drive safe. Slow down. Please, slow down. You know, it's not a race out there, especially during the winter time, when the roads are looking, you know, like that, you know, snow covered. Okay, it's not a race. It's, you know, it's winter time. Slow down, take it easy, and be careful. This is Big Bear 142 signing off, saying keep her greasy side down, shiny side up.